All right, guys, I wanted to be the first to welcome you to my training. Okay. And this is going to be the first of many to come. So just keep in mind. In fact, let me bring up the little thing to remind you. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen because I want to make sure that everybody knows. Take note, picture, however you want to do it. But this is where you're at. Okay. So what I need everyone to do, because right now I'm broadcasting on three different platforms, 4 or 5 different groups on Facebook, and this is going to be training only for the members of J7 Figure Marketing Club. Okay, this is a freebie. It doesn't cost you anything. Only thing you got to do is to attend. If you happen to not be able to make it at the time that is posted, which is, it's not posted there, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, then what you can do is just go into the group because you're a member, and you just go to one of the guides, right? And under the guides, you will find every training that we're going to have. All right. Now, again, this one tonight, I'm broadcasting on several different platforms, just so I can give you an idea. Just wanted to stop that sharing. Just so I can give you an idea of what the training was going to be about, right? So this is a freebie, or let me change that. This is a you get to know me, I get to know you to my style of training. And like I said, I've been doing this for years, so feel free to write questions, and if I can't answer them right now during the training, then I will answer your questions at a later time. All right. What I'm doing now is going to double check myself, like I always do on my Facebook page, just so I can make sure you can see me. That's all. Okay. Give me 1 second. And once I can see that you can see me, then we can go ahead and get started. Yeah, there we are. Okay. So, again, feel free to post questions in the comments. If I can't answer them during the training or at the end of the training, I will definitely come back and answer them for you. Once again, my name is Jay Early. I've been in number one, direct marketing or direct sales, right, for over 30 plus years, right? To be honest, it's more like 40 years. Okay. In the online scene since 2008, full-time since 2012. So it's 9 years I've been making a living full-time online, right? So I've made all the mistakes, and the objective of this is to save you on making the mistakes that I did. So let's go ahead and pull up my share, and we can go ahead and get started. Hold on 1 second. Share, boom. The right one, there it is, right there. All right. Now that we're in the right place, we can go ahead and get started. You can see the title, of course, says, Why Start an Online Business? You know, thanks to the pandemic, there's a number of reasons. One of the most important one is the need for a lot of people to replace their incomes due to loss of jobs. Okay. Now we know since last February, millions of jobs have been lost. Now, I'm only going to talk about the United States of America, but in reality, around the world, our economy has changed. The way that we're doing business has changed. I've never ordered from Amazon so much in my life. Okay, I'm coming to a point where I'm getting ready to start to order clothes because every time a store opens up, at least I'm speaking of in Germany, What we've got to do then is make an appointment to go to the store. And then normally there's a line there. They're only allowing so many people in, so it's impossible. So business is changing. Business is changing from what we know it as the old mom and pop or brick and mortar. And the shift is moving to online. So if you're not aware of it, then of course you're losing out, and that's not what we want you to do. Okay. So plan B, a number of us have reached retirement age. Okay. What we call baby boomers, and we're not prepared. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot live off of Social Security. It's crazy if you even think that you can, because you cannot. You will starve to death. If you don't believe me, go check out who the night watchmen are. Go check out who the people are who are pulling the midnight shifts, even at Walmart. Okay. I'm not just talking about the greeter. I'm talking about who's actually there filling shelves and different things like that. Because Social Security is not a retirement. A lot of us need to build college funds for our kids. We kind of missed that, or we kind of passed that one by. Okay. Then, of course, money to build that dream house. A lot of us still haven't had time to get the money together. And I'm talking about some of us in our 50s. And remember, we're living longer. So the dream of that home actually gets extended. Now, if you've got a home, then you might want a resort home, or what they call a vacation home, right? In the Hamptons or something like that. You understand what I'm trying to say? All right, so there's different reasons that you want to do that. Excuse me. Okay, now, another one is a lot of us, because of the pandemic and losing our jobs, we got a pile of debt that we need to get rid of. Even before the pandemic, there was a lot of debt. So having a plan B, having your own business, can help you to be able to do and accomplish that. And then, of course, the big one, this has been out there for years, is time freedom. There are people out there during your normal times who are working 60 to 80 hours a week. In other words, they're passing by that significant other, be it a wife or friend or significant other, right? They're not able to spend the time with their children, make their children's soccer games or baseball, Little League, I think they call it, right? They're not able to do that, or even the Pee Wee football games, due to the fact that they have to work to make a living. Now, if you're working one job, sometimes debts have got you, especially if you got a family. And families now average what, 5 to 6, 7? It takes a lot of money to run a family. So time freedom is very important. And then this is a big one due to the pandemic. Again, you have a large drop in business offline, right? What we call your brick and mortar type business. They're slowly closing up and going away. Everything's moving to online, so why not go ahead and get ahead of the game? And then as of last January, that's January 2020, so you know the numbers is going up. Users online are like 4.4 billion active users online. Another reason to start a business. Why? You have an audience. You have a huge audience to market your products and services to. So why not do it online? Excuse me, please. All right. Allergies, dry throat. So you're going to see me doing that a couple of times. I'll give you a warning in advance. Number 9, low startup cost. Anywhere I would say a person can start a successful business and actually turn it into 6, 7 figures, starting anywhere from an average of $50, I say $500. I've seen some businesses that might cost you $1,000, $2,000, but the majority of the businesses that you can start online as what we call an affiliate, which means you're marketing someone else's products, right, is actually under $500. Now, if I go back and talk about my first business, brick and mortar business, this was in 1974. It was a men's clothing store. Back then, we used to say men's boutique, right? I invested $100,000 coming out the gate. That's from stocking the store to redesigning the store. You know, the fresh paint, getting a decorator to do the windows, hiring my first employee. All those kinds of things that you need because you can't do it all by yourself when you've actually got. Oh yeah, by the way, paying rent months in advance. So did I go into the rent? Yes, to the tune of $100,000. And now people can actually start a successful six-figure business with, like I said, under $500. That's crazy. Okay. Save on the cost of location and employees. Now, I'm going to tell you this. After this pandemic's over, you're going to find out that there's a number of businesses that are have closed, and they're not going to open back up. Okay. My oldest son, he's VP of marketing for a large technology company, right? And guess what? He's working from home. He used to travel 4, sometimes 5 days a week, right? Just to go out and meet other businessmen to take care of their software and computer needs and all that. No more. No more. He actually told me that he believes that him working from home is here to stay. Just think like a businessman for a second. If you can save on your rent and the number of employees that you have, right? Because you're actually doing everything from home, that's big savings. You might see a lot of buildings suddenly be for rent thanks to the change in doing business, right? Keep that in the back of your mind. Number 11, which I think is very important, is earning profit versus working for an hourly wage. I want you to think about this for a second, right? Now, I was in the Army for 10 years. Back then, we got paid cents an hour. Okay, but now, you know, for a long time, they've been fighting to get the minimum wage up to $15. They still haven't succeeded. But when you're working a job, someone's actually telling you what your time is worth. When you're working for yourself, whoa, okay, you determine what your hourly wage is, right? So which would you rather have? Someone who doesn't even know you, know your ability, your ability or capabilities, telling you that your time is only worth to them $7, $8 an hour, or let's say they say $15, $20 an hour. Then you got to pay taxes on top of that, versus you possibly being able to say, hey, I make $100 an hour working for myself, or I make $200 an hour, $150 an hour. Or you might say that I want to work from, let's say, Sunday to Thursday, or Monday to Thursday, and I'm taking 3 days off. Or in fact, I think I did so good last week, I think I'll take a 4-day cruise. You can do that when you're working for yourself, because again, you're working for profits. You're not working for wages. And number 12, and this list could go on, right? But number 12, you've got over 400 tax write-offs that you can take advantage of. See, do you hear what I'm saying? You can take as low as let's say, under $500 investment and get the same write-offs as a guy that took $100,000 or $500,000 or $5 million to start his business. You're equal. You're the same, okay? Because you started a business. It's very important. Now, I've seen people save anywhere from different businesses online from $3,000 to $9,000 a year in write-offs. We're talking about business trips, business meal, attending events, right? All those different things you can write off. Your part of your rent in your house you can write off, and a lot of other different things. I won't go into all of them now, but I want you to be aware that this is something that's possible for you to do. Okay? Now, when we talk about getting started right, you'll notice there, one of the most important things that it says there is proper attitude. This up here has to be right for you to be successful. So to become successful, to become successful in your own business, that company doesn't exist anymore. I took some notes, and I got caught. I missed that one. To become successful in your own business, you must possess 3 qualities. All right. The first was a burning desire to succeed. This is what happens when you don't proofread. All right. This is live, so I can't go back and change it. All right. A burning desire to succeed. That's very important. This is the difference again in you working a job for $7 an hour or $8 an hour, like I said, $15 an hour, right? And you knowing you have the possibility to make 5 figures a month. When it talks about that burning desire, remember, behind the money that you're working for, there's a goal. There's a vision that you're trying to achieve, right? So in having that, that means that in the mornings, like I don't need a clock to get up. When the sun rises in the morning, this right here starts ticking. Okay. What do I need to do? Normally I write it down the night before, but it like your brain starts going through a refresher course when you wake up in the morning. I need to get this done, that done, that for yourself, not for somebody else. For yourself. That's very important. And then a willingness to work. When you're working for you, you've got all the will in the world because the business is yours. The profits are yours. It's not about a wage anymore. A teachable attitude. This is very important if you plan on being successful online. You have to be coachable. You have to be willing to learn. Because what you're learning, you're going to pass on to somebody else. This is not just about you. Okay. There's Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar said, how's it go? I just lost it just now. You help enough people get what they want, then you will get what you want. Right. So when you go into business online, once you've established the business that you want to do and you found a service or product that you're comfortable with, now the question is, how many people can I help? So it's not anymore about it's all about them. Who can I help solve their problem? Because that's what's going into business actually does. It helps you to solve a problem. As I named 12 of them, on the reasons why you should be starting a business. Those are also problems that you're attempting to solve. And then, of course, let's talk about attitude. Attitude is everything. You've heard this phrase before. In this business, you learn that the phrase is very true. When you're in business, it's all about your attitude that you have. It pays to be excited about your business because often people react more to the height of your enthusiasm rather than the depth of your knowledge. Okay, so you do not have to know everything about the business before you begin. Don't think that you have to be an expert salesman or recruiter. Don't wait until you know it all before you get started. A lot of times people will become too analytical. Okay, they have to know everything on every line. You know, that's not what it's about. That's not what's making you successful. It's how enthusiastic, because you're going to be talking to people, right? And if those people don't feel it, meaning feel that you're really behind what you're marketing, then they're going to be saying, see ya, I'll go find somebody else, right? So that enthusiasm is very important. There's a saying, paralysis by analysis is the number one cause of failure in your business. Paralysis, think about this. Paralysis and what it means, okay? The inability to move, to act. You don't want to be that way. You want to be a person that's in motion all of the time. It says To start, you only need a basic understanding of how your service works. We just said that. Study the tools available to you, get those same tools into the hands of your prospect, and do it with enthusiasm. This business is not based on how smart you are. No business, I should say, is based on how smart you are. Instead, it simply comes down to how hard, how smart you work. Did you hear that? How hard and how smart you work. Okay. Remember, network marketing. Network marketing. That's why you always see a lot of disclaimers when you see a post about making money in a business, because in that disclaimer, it'll talk about your work that you do, right? It's very important because no one can know what your workability is, how much you're willing to work, how much you're willing to give out. So that becomes extra important. And then it says, people are not as bright as you, will out earn you if you don't catch on and get off to a fast start. You must adopt a sense of urgency, create a vision of success. Very, very important. So remain positive. This is why I say that, success in business, it's all up here. It's mental. Okay. Now, I always say 90% mental. I got corrected. Tony Robbins says it's 80%. 80% mental and 90%, and 20% action. 80% mental, 20% action will make you successful. It's crazy, but it's reality. Okay. And in order to do that, that's where personal development comes in. Trust me, that's a class by itself, but it's very important. It is part of that mental, and we will have a class on that also. This is very important to the growth of your business. Don't let those who don't recognize the opportunity keep you from success and cause you to take your eyes off the incredible opportunity before you. Every top earner still comes in contact with individuals who cannot see the potential of this opportunity. So stay motivated, stay inspired, and be inspired to others. Not everybody's going to like what you're doing that you meet. Okay. Not everybody's going to like your offer, but there's a business out there for everyone. So that means if you make an offer to a person, the only thing that you're doing is you're actually giving them enough facts for them to make a sensible decision as to whether that business is for them or not for them. Excuse me. And the ones you want to work with, the ones who think like you, who can see it, who can see the vision, who can see the possibility of that time freedom, of that money freedom, of accomplishing their vision and their goals. These are the people that you want to work with. Okay. And trust me, what was it, 4.4 billion people a day on social media? I think there's enough people out there that need your help. Remain consistent, persistent, and focus on your goals. Create a mission to build a fortune for you, your family, and your team. Always remember that this business requires a positive mental attitude. It's number one. Okay. Yeah, I did it. I was trying to stay within 30 to 45 minutes because I know that the attention span of a person, maximum 45 minutes. So if I can get in a nice lesson within 30 minutes, then that's what I'm going to do. So again, what I want you to do is to, if you haven't already, that you end up, I'm getting ready to share again. I'm going to end right here. Share screen. Okay. This is where you want to go. Jay's 7-Figure Club on Facebook, right? You just go to Facebook and just type it in or click on groups or you can just do a search. Either way, you're gonna find it. Okay. Or if you find my page, just Jay Early, you find my page, then you're gonna find our group, J Seven Figure Club. Right. So go ahead there. There's a couple of questions that you need to answer, and I'll gladly welcome you with open arms. There's a video at the beginning, right? Introductory video. Make sure you watch it. It'll tell you exactly where you need to go, what you need to do for you to go ahead and get started. So, as always, I pray that you've gotten something out of this first course that we did today, or lesson that we did today. And I will see you on, hold a second, I just saw something. I'm just checking for comments. Okay. Thank you. Tapaiwa Tapi, and I'm sorry if I didn't say your name right. My apology. And Nene, thank you for tuning in. Okay, do me a favor. Make sure you share this, please, with someone else. People paying a lot of money online for what I'm going to be teaching over the next several weeks, right? So what I want you to do is share. Don't keep it all for you. Share it with somebody else. Share it with your team. Have them jump on. Okay? So I'm going to keep that group filled with information for you. And I will see you on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So God bless. Have an awesome evening. Health and prosperity. Bless you.